Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So pretty much still going sideways as far as I'm concerned. We do have a little bit of a sort of a mini head and shoulders here, but there is another bigger bit of structure to the downside, which is a much bigger shoulder, head and right shoulder there. So we'd need to break below this 34,320 for that to be validated. As I mentioned last week, problem with that theory is that you have this massive area of support here, which we attempted to get to last week and we didn't get to. So that, in my opinion anyway, would offer a lot of support. We are in amongst all the moving averages at the moment. Now, bear in mind, it's earnings seasons. We always kick off with the banks. A lot of banks in this index. So you can see we're just kind of hovering here. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the one to watch today. I just want to see what kind of earnings we're expecting today, if any. Just give me one sec. So earning kicks off on Wednesday, so nothing really on the cards for today. Tomorrow, no, nothing significant, but JP Morgan is on Wednesday, and then we have Wells Fargo, United Health, Morgan Stanley all on Thursday, and then we kick off on Monday again with Bank of America. So yeah, I think if you read into that, you'll see a lot of traders are just going to be sitting and waiting to see what's happening. We do have a lot of data coming out in Europe this week, which may also impact the early sessions. But for me, moving averages have crossed over in a bullish phase, but they haven't crossed over the 155. When you see this kind of setup, this is just a confused setup. So I would favor, to be honest, I'd favor an opportunity to buy on the Dow Jones. So what we're looking for is half decent structure, because we do have a gap, and from where we are now, that's a 200-point gap. And if we get an opportunity right here, your stop is below this tail. Let's just drop down to lower time frame, because there's definitely some opportunities here. So yeah, I think moral of the story here is quite simple. If we just let that first pre-market hour get out of the way on the European markets, if we start forming some kind of structure, and at the moment you can see structure forming off here, but your entry is above this tail, these trees are top here. So you need a break and a retest in this area before you start looking for the gap close, and gap close is probably the only target that you have right now. And so that's kind of that view. Alternatively, we are just going to sort of range about in either this area, or we're going to drop a bit lower. If we do break through this, which is also a possibility, you're looking for structure to the downside, yeah, but then I'd be looking for 1 hour structure, like an inside bar like that, or a pin bar or something, and then I'd be aiming for that weekly gap based on that information. But for me at the moment, if you just drop down to the 15 minutes, well worth paying attention to this when Europe opens up just now. So just pay attention to see whether we start forming a base around here. I don't think there's probably a little area a little bit further down right over here. So we could basically turn this bottom area here into the mini range instead of where I am now. So pay attention to both these levels, 34,535 and 34,492. 34,500, in other words, is what we are testing at the moment. So if we can hold that, then I suspect at least gap close, and I'm based on that on this crossover here of the 33 and the 60 EMAs. Anyway, that's kind of my view today. I hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.